puck. Long ice pass to Cans. Cans dumps it in. Just behind the net. Nelson goes after it. Walker steps up, gets it down low. Nelson can't control it. Cans fires it towards the net. Nelson picks it up. Nelson skates behind the net. Pass out in front. Pass intercepted, intended for Weber. Pass up to Weber. Weber can't control it. Lakeville trying to get it back into the zone. Knocked away by Hubble. Paul picks it up. Paul skating across the red line, dumps it in. Tipped off of Lakeville's stick. McCall is still going after it. Lakeville with a breakout pass. Knocked away by Hubble. Hubble goes down, takes Krisky down with her. Turville picks it up, skates into open eyes, fires a shot high of the net. Off the glass into the corner, Krisky goes after it. Pass intercepted by McCall. Hubble picks it up behind the net. Shot off the skate of McCall, or of Hubble. Turville tries to get it up to Krisky. Krisky going after it. Krisky dumps it into the corner. She'll head for a change. Bates comes on after it. Bates picks it up in the corner. Gets it back to Turville. Turville fighting for it. Puck kept in the zone by Weber. Pass intercepted by Robinette. Two Lakeville players run into each other. Robinette forced off the puck. Lakeville able to clear it. Moline picks it up in the neutral zone. Across the blue line, she'll dump it in. Lakeville comes in, picks it up behind the net. Moline takes the puck. Gets it up to Bates. Bates cuts the middle. Bates fires a shot. Save. Robinette with the rebound. Bates loops in. Oh. Lakeville coming down. Can't get a shot off. Pass up to going after Bates. Bates chips it ahead. Lakeville will get it before it reaches the goal line. Weber comes in after it. Weber takes the puck away. Riley dumps it in. Cans picks it up. Pass back over to Nelson. Nelson fires a shot. Save. Riley going after it. And after the whistle, a Lakeville player came in, tried to knock down Nelson. Nelson takes the draw here. Lakeville breaks it out. Lakeville coming in. Walker coming back. Shot, save. Another shot blocked by Nelson. Nelson comes out across the red line. She'll bump it in. Nelson going after it in the corner. Icing called on the Spartacats. Lakeville brings it up. Gains the zone, cuts the middle, has it knocked away by Cams. Blitz, pass, up to Cams. Cams gets it out of the zone. Krisky takes it. Krisky cuts, pass over to McCall. McCall fires a shot. Ooh, just wide of the net. Good play by the Spartacats there. Buckles back down. Lakeville picks up. McCall knocks it away. Krisky takes it. Krisky skating around. Ooh, can't get a pass over McCall. Blitz dumps it in the corner. Krisky picks it up. Leaves it over in the corner. Walker comes in and pinches. Hubble picks up the puck. And offside. Lakeville. Lakeville has it at the D, falls down. Pass intercepted by Bates. Bates sends it down the ice. Icing waved off. Weber attacking. Bates keeps it in the zone. Weber fires a shot just wide of the net. Robinette goes after it. Pass up ice. Lakeville takes it, knocked away by Moline, kept wide. Low angle shot. Save and Lakeville scores. Lakeville goes up 1-0. 7:22 into the first period. Robinette has it. Weber skates in with it. Pass over to Bates. Bates fires a shot. She scores! "22 seconds later, Bates with an equalizer. Spartacats tie it at 1. Down, Lakeville takes it. Lakeville with a shot. Sliding save by Boyd. Walker, pass up to Weber. Weber loses it. Krisky picks it up. Nope, that's Nelson, picks it up. Cans dumps it in, but the Spartacats are offside. 6:34 left in the first period. Krisky takes it. Pass up. Nelson has it. Nelson slashed as she takes a shot with a penalty on Lakeville. Lakeville picks up the puck. We'll have a whistle. Spartacats will go on the power play. Nelson slashed as she came in. First shot. 6:06 left in the period. Spartacats will go on the 2-minute power play. Call takes the draw. Puck comes down to the neutral zone. Bliss picks it up. Risky picks it up. Risky comes in, fires a shot, saved by Lakeville. Puck back to Bliss. Bliss can't control the zone. Bubble. Tries to dump it in. Lakeville picks it up, dumps it the other way. Turvold takes the puck. Turvold brings it up with speed. Knocked away by Lakeville. Bates takes the draw. Robinette gets it up to Bates. Bates skates in with it. Bates drops it back to Robinette. Puck comes back to Turvold. Turvold fires a shot high. Weber picks it up in the corner. Weber sends it behind the net to Robinette. Robinette looking for a pass. Ooh, tries to get it up to Weber. Turvold holds the line. Turvold skates in. Taken away by Nelson. Robinette intercepts the pass. Robinette pass over off Weber's stick. Puck comes out in the zone. Bliss going after it. Lakeville wins the race, and we have a penalty against, I believe, Bliss. "17 seconds left in the Spartacats power play. Cut off. We'll play 4-on-4 for 17 seconds before a 1:43 long power play for Lakeville. We have icing there on the Spartacats. 9 seconds left on Lakeville's power play. They're on their penalty. 4:15 left in the period. Lakeville penalty expires. Weber skating out with the puck. Weber takes it. Weber skates after it. Nelson stays high. Weber takes the puck away, skating around. Cuts back. Nelson in front of the net. Weber fires a shot. Saved by Lakeville. Nelson picks up the puck. Weber cuts back. Weber pass back to Moline. Moline fires a shot, goes wide of the net. Weber picks up the puck, dumps it in the zone. Tries to get it out in front. Lakeville comes back, skates in the neutral zone. Weber picks up the puck. Weber across the red line, dumps it in. Spartacats head for a change. Can swims onto the ice and goes after the puck. Hervold skates in with the puck. Cuts the middle, fires a shot, saved by Lakeville. Hands knocks the puck away. 10 seconds left in the list penalty. Tries to get a pass over Krisky. List comes back on the ice. 5-on-5 now. Pass out in front, knocked away by Walker. Cans picks it up. Cans cuts up to the middle. Roll pass to Cans. Cans dumps it in the zone. 2 minutes left. Pass out, knocked away by Hervold. Walker goes back to pick up the puck. Walker brings it behind the net. Pass over. Krisky picks it up in the corner. Krisky gets it up to Cans. Cans gets around one girl. Cuts back. Can't get a shot off. Puck is covered by Lakeville. 1:28 left in the first period. Score still tied 1-1. Puck get back into the neutral zone. Moline back to pick it up. Moline sends it up to Weber. Weber can't control it. Lakeville has it. Lakeville loses it. Hubble picks it up. Hubble all alone. Tries to get a shot off, covered by Lakeville. .110 left in the period. Ball takes a draw, wins it over. Hubble with a quick shot, saved by Lakeville. Ball on the face-off. Ties her up. Weber comes in to pick up the puck. Lakeville wins the draw. Hubble picks it up. Hubble pass out in front. Ooh, just off the Weber stick. Ball takes it. Cycling down. Weber has it. 50 seconds left in the period. Lakeville coming down. Shot goes wide of the net. Moline picks it up. Lakeville pass around. Pass back to the defense. Pass up. Lakeville still skating around with it. Puck. Battle. Nelson. Puck comes back in the neutral zone. Lakeville sends it up ice, and that'll bring us to our first intermission. Teams will head to the locker rooms as the ice resurfacer comes on. Shots through one period, 12-5 in favor of the Spartacats.
All right, after a fresh Zamboni on the ice, we've got a microphone change. Connor's services have been requested down at the bench. So you get a Moline and eventually a Nelson as your commentators for the second and potentially third period. On the ice, we've got Kriske and Weber and Robinette, and then Moline and Turvold. Weber brings it in, makes a nice play, good shot off, still out in front. And Lakeville's goalie is able to put a glove on it and get a face-off now in the Lakeville zone. Weber takes a face-off, passes it back to Turvold. Turvold shoots it in. Weber goes in to retrieve. She has it behind the net, looking for space. She passes out in front. Oh, Kriske had her stick tied up, otherwise she would have been able to get a decent shot off. She's got it behind the net now. Passing it back to Moline. Moline squares up, sends it back in deep. Weber grabs it behind the Lakeville goal, sends it up the board where Turvold's able to grab it and send it down to Robinette. Robinette kicks it into the middle. Again, kicks into the goalie. Goalie puts a glove down on so we can get a face-off. Looks like we'll have a wholesale change from the Spartacats. Nelson at center, Cans for straight, Walker. Looks like it might be Lily McCall on the other side, on the other wing. Puck bounces in behind Lakeville's goal. Cans goes to grab it. She fights forward in the corner, turns, trying to send it up. She tries to send it into to Nelson. Now Nelson has it. She squares up, sends it to Lily. Lily has a stick tied up. Puck still held in the Lakeville zone. Now bounces in a neutral area where the straight grabs it and sends it back in. Lakeville has it. Skating into the Spartacat zone, trying to at least gets bounced back up into the neutral zone. Now puck bounces into the Spartacat zone where it's passed up to Cans. Cans gets it taken away. Puck still in the neutral zone. Lakeville have possession. Spartacats trying to steal it back. And it finally bounces back all the way to Walker. Walker sends it in. Looks like it went into the bench area. So we'll have a face-off outside of the Spartacat zone.
Well, hi, Brad. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining me on this adventure.
Did you already fill them in on why we changed announcers?
Just to the degree that Connor's services were requested elsewhere. So on the ice, we got to change again. Now we've got Hubble, Weber, Kriske, and then our defenders, we've got Turvold and Bliss out. And as always, our strong goalie, Boyd, is in net. Puck kind of living in the Spartacat zone, tried to clear up. Kriske tries to get it past Lakeville, but it's held at the blue. Now finally bounces into neutral, where Hubble pushes it free. Now pushes deep into the Lakeville zone. Lakeville the first to it, but Hubble applying some really good pressure. Now Weber grabs it. Ooh, good setup by Weber to Kriske. Shot just couldn't quite get to the net. Two girls on the forecheck. Puck still out in front of the goal. Kriske gets a shot off. And the Lakeville goalie puts a glove down on it.
Lakeville player did get a pretty good stick on his shot that really hampered her from getting anything on it. Looks like we're going to roll the same set. So Kriske, Weber, Hubble, and Turvold and Bliss at B.
So Craig, I don't know your take on this, but it looks like the girls have come out with a little bit more force this second period. They're controlling the play, keeping it down in the Lakeville zone. Feeling a lot better about how they're playing right now than where they ended that first period.
Yeah, definitely improvement over the
nice
first half.
Nice pass out front. Kriske sends it into Weber, who takes a good ripper just a little bit high. Still held in the zone by the Spartacats.
Turvold dumps it down to Kriske. Kriske right out front. Weber with a tip.
Beautiful.
Brad, I'm out of practice.
Fantastic play there by our forwards. They put some great pressure in. Kriske got an open pass straight out front to Weber. Weber knocks that one home. Just an awesome play from the girls. Now we'll have a wholesale line change. We've got Moline and Verstrate, Robinette, Cans, and Nelson on the ice. Girls seemingly have the momentum right now, feeling a little bit good. after that goal.
You might notice the music is a little bit better here in Cottage Grove than we'd normally expect from a home game, and that's because we've got Jason Hubble down in the box. He stepped in, he saw an opportunity, and he's delivering.
Although, not to nitpick, but the guy plays some songs well after the whistle's gone. He needs to make sure we're on the up and up here. Spartacats. Puck bounces in the Spartacats zone. Lakeville had a chance, got deflected in, took another shot. Easy glove down by Cassidy. She puts a stop to that. So we'll face off coming in the Spartacat area. Nelson in the face-off. Puck goes back to Lakeville. They take a long shot. Cassidy grabs that one pretty comfortably. Take another face-off.
Nelson talking some instructions to her wing partner there. Doesn't make much of a difference as she lost the face-off.
Quite a bit of chaos in front of the net, but it looks like Boyd was able to put her glove down on that one to get a stop. We've got 11 minutes, 37 seconds left in the second period. Score's currently 2-1. Shots are 16-10 in favor of the Spartacats. Another face-off in the Spartacat zone. Another long shot from Lakeville. Boyd knocks that one into the corner. Moline goes to put pressure on it. Now Nelson has it. She's trying to get a corner on the Lakeville team. She does. Gets it cleared in the neutral zone. Now she's chasing it down. Wins that puck battle. Now we got a 2-on-1 if they good. Oh, great pass.
Whoa. What a great pass from Nelson.
Nelson trapped that one perfectly.
Now Cans regrouping, bringing it into the zone.
And again, Hubble playing music with the whistle. Guy's going to get us in trouble. Good pass
Walker
through the center area, but
holds it into the zone, and now Lakeville out on the charge. Oh, a great pass off the shin pads of number
looked like
41.
everybody thought that was going to be offsides except for the refs.
Lakeville trying to set up their offense. Looks like Walker is going to get to that puck. And now Bliss has it. Looking up ice to Weber. Weber crossing to the left side. She's got Krisky and McCallway with her. The goalie couldn't hang on to it, so it was loose for a minute. But face-off in the Lakeville zone.
It was a good play there by Weber to give herself a shot. Krisky was right in good position, but just couldn't get the bounce to come her way. Face-off kind of knocked out by Lakeville. Lakeville puts it in the neutral zone. This number 21, I don't remember seeing from Lakeville any of the games that we played against.
That'll be brought in offsides by Lakeville.
All right, on the ice we've got Turvold and Moline on our defense, and then on the forward line we still have Krisky and Hubble and Weber out there. Puck gets bounced back into the Spartacat zone. Not a real clear possession there, but Krisky's able to come in and grab that one. She brings it up through the neutral zone. She's looking for Weber. Great
nice
pass.
Weber drops it to...
Got bounced out to Hubble, now back to Weber. Weber sends it in deep. Krisky goes to grab it. Now she's going to look to turn the corner and get it to a
Krisky
outside.
draws it back to Moline at the point. Nice shot, but blocked by Lakeville. Now right in front.
Good
Just
deflection.
deflected wide by the goalie. This one is
There it
no
is.
downer by Krisky. That'll bring the totals. That will bring us to 3-1. Spartacats, you can hear the horn going.
Really strong play there by the Spartacats to keep that one in the zone. Some good stick work by our forwards.
That's the kind of dominance you'd hope to see from a 2 seed versus a 7 in the district tournament. Are they at 5?
No, I think there's a 7 seed.
Cans drops it in. We've got Krisky, Nelson, and Cans on the forward line. Cans with the puck, looking for options. Drops it behind the net. Nelson's going to pick it up in the corner here. Drops it back to the defense. Moline right back to the corner. Robinette on the puck now. Sends it back around. Hands with the puck. Moline in to help. Chips it back behind the goal again. Solid offensive zone possession. This one, Lakeville's able to glide out of the zone. We do have Moline back there. It'll be an icing, though, coming back into the zone.
So, Craig, I was shocked this week to find out my toaster isn't waterproof.
How'd you find that out, Craig?
I was shocked. Great shot there by Verstraete. She sends that one wide. Walker comes in to grab it, though. She's going to put some pressure on. Sends it back behind the net where
Cans on the puck in the corner. Dropped it back again. Pass Verstraete, and Lakeville's on a rush. Odd angle. Tries to chip it up, goes off Cassidy's face mask, and stays out of the net. Spartacats trying to regroup here, get back to that offensive pressure form they were just on. Lakeville, close shot, blocked by Verstraete right in front with her stick. And here we go, Perry off to the races. Perry Kriske still holding the puck. A nice drop pass to Nelson. Nelson with a rip just went wide. It went off the defensive player and then off just wide of the net.
Kriske still in pursuit. She tries to free it up for McCall. Puck battle against the boards. Retreat by McCall. She takes a shot and that goes just a little bit wide off a deflection. Still held in by the Spartacats. Weber holding on to this one, now fighting against Lakeville for it. Lakeville tries to clear in the neutral zone for Stratback to grab that one.
Overskates the puck.
Good block there by Boyd.
They've got about 8 players on the ice at the moment for Lakeville.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of a rough change. I didn't see an arm up, though, even though there was 10 kids on the ice. Score is still 3-1. We've got 7 minutes, 19 seconds left in the second. Shots are currently 19-14 in favor of the Spartacats.
Nice cross-ice pass to Perry Kriske, who gets taken off her skates with a hit. No call. And Weber with the puck dancing in front. Puts it right in front. Lakeville's definitely not happy about losing, but the solution would be to put a few more pucks in the net, not to take people off their feet. The icing is called off here, chipped out by Lakeville. We're able to get a stick on it and almost send this one out. This one's still in on sides. Again, a pretty sloppy change by Lakeville. All right, this one's out of the zone to Kriske. Poked away, but Weber picks it up on the trail. He's got McCall posted in front. 2 Lakeville players on McCall. McCall drops it to Kriske. Kriske to Weber. Weber back to Sherbold, and this one just a little errant on the pass. Now Lakeville on a rush, and offside's called, luckily for your Spartacats.
So I don't know if the Bates are listening to us, but we're wishing you all the best. If you're out there, hopefully everything's going well. Just for you, Yuri, don't challenge death to a pillow fight unless you're prepared for the repercussions. Another offsides by Lakeville. So we'll team another face-off just outside the Spartacat zone.
Puck is won by Lakeville. Spartacats putting up a good fight to get it out. Now off the wall. It is Cans, Nelson, and Moline against this wall fighting for the puck. Up to Cans. Cans with the puck. Cross-ice pass. Very nice pass.
Wow.
Wide open.
Oh, great shot.
Fantastic shot by McCall. Cans with the puck. Walking it in front. She's got Hubble in front. Back to the defense. Restraint sends it in off the chest or hand of a Lakeville player. Hubble with the puck behind the net. Puts it right out front. Lakeville able to grab it. And our girls are busting back to stop this breakaway from happening. So Nelson with the puck now. Tries to get it up to Hubble, but it was intercepted. Nelson back on the puck. Restraint trying to send it out of the zone. Trapped against the boards. We've got Moline back, able to chip it back to the corner. Moline with the puck up to Hubble. Hubble carrying it out of the zone, and she's clear. Oh, just misses Nelson on a pass. Looking a little sloppy on both sides at the moment. Number 50 is liking to push a lot. Drops her stick in the process. Cans brings us in, and now it's back out of the zone. Moline dumps it in on net, and it is frozen by the goalie before she can drop it. So we'll have a face-off here in the Lakeville zone.
That was an interesting play there. That girl had her stick up in Kansas jersey, and Kansas looked right at the ref. The ref didn't have any desire to make that call.
We've got Weber taking the face-off, Robinette at right wing, Frisky at left wing, and your defensemen are Bliss at left and Weber at right. Weber wins the face-off, back to Robinette, lost, but now Weber dumps it back into the zone. Sorry, Walker dumps it into the zone. Weber with the puck, chipped in front. Robinette with the puck, looking for people in front. And Lakeville's able to get that one out of the zone, but we should have plenty of coverage on the back end here. Bliss has the puck, turns back up to the wall, and sends it out and past a Lakeville player. Icing's waved off. In pursuit, Weber pings it against the boards. She's got Krisky with her. We're changing one of our forwards. We've got McCall on now as well. Just chipping it ahead.
Wait, Krisky.
And, whoa! A great shot by McCall, close range.
Krisky
got
just
it up or down an inch. I think that would have been in.
Yeah, I agree with you. But Krisky just worked that one. She was hustling hard to get her stick down on that puck. Freed it up to give McCall an opportunity.
We've got Weber taking the face-off. McCall at left wing. Krisky at right wing now. Moline and Turbo back at D. We're waiting for one more Lakeville player to mosey her way on in. That guy's got a nicer mic than we've got.
Should probably talk to him. Puck control behind the behind the Lakeville net. Bounce back out to Turbold. Turbold sends it in deep, intercepted by Lakeville. Then it gets pushed back in behind the net again. Now Weber in pursuit. Krisky also down there. Puck gets freed up. McCall just couldn't quite corral it to get it on a shot. Puck gets bounced out. Now Turbold in pursuit.
With a great play to take that player to the wall. Oh, and she tried to hit her with a stick. She took an absolute baseball swing at Turbold. She completely whiffed. But if she'd made contact, that would have been a serious penalty. And it will be held in the Lakeville zone. Face off in the Lakeville zone.
The ref shouldn't have not called it because there wasn't contact. It should have. The intent is what should matter to that call.
Well, certainly on a slashing like that, tripping is tripping regardless of intent. But that was purely an intent to maim.
Looks like Coach Luke was giving the ref a little bit of an understanding that happened so that the ref can be on a better lookout the next time around.
They will call icing again and bring it right back down in the Lakeville zone.
Hey, Craig, did you hear about the guy who evaporated? He will be missed.
Oh, boy. We've got Nelson giving some instructions to her defense here. Taking the face-off. McCall left wing, Cam's right wing. Drops back. Nelson dumps it back into the zone. And, McCall with nice pressure. They were able to grab it, but lost out front. Lakeville on the rush. Tried to get it across. Turbold was there to grab the puck and send it back. Lakeville tries again. No dice. Now dumped in on sides by your Spartacats. Nelson and Cans in pursuit on each side of the net. They are able to dump it out, and now they would be in offsides if that puck carries on. Spartacats with the puck. Nelson up. Oh, what a chance by
That hung right on the line.
That was Hubble. That puck just sat there on the line.
Inches away from a 4-1 lead.
Spartacats need to get the puck out of the zone here.
As it stands, we're 3-1 with about 1:40 left in the second. Puck bounces out in the neutral zone. Hubble's still playing strong.
Looks like a hair pull on that one. When Hubble took off, yep, they're starting to get a little feisty. I think the refs are going to have to do something here. There's another collision between Cans and a Lakeville player deep in the zone, and now Lakeville throws a legit check in the corner. And she took another swing at one of the players. They are finally going to call something. Hopefully they can settle these girls down.
Yeah, they're calling the Lakeville girl for probably one of 7 penalties that just happened in the last 15 seconds.
Lakeville is not happy. We're getting some instructions from Terry Boyd to the fans to leave the refs alone. But I think they did finally hear. They heard the fans that it's a little bit much.
Well, when someone's swinging sticks at girls, it's time to make a call. Someone's
got a
going to
shot
get
from
hurt.
the point by Walker. That one off the glove. Weber with it in the corner. And Lakeville chips it back out. Bliss with a shot off the glove. Backhand shot! Is that Weber?
That was Weber. Nice backhand over the goalie's glove. About a minute left in the second period. Score is now 4-1 in favor of the Spartacats.
All right, 4-1 Spartacats. 55 seconds left in the game in the period. Walker chases it into the zone, corrals it, looking at options now. She'll circle back behind the net, and she does send it out of the zone. So we're at 38 seconds left in the period. Lakeville trying to regroup, sends it all the way in. It was not touched, but they wave off icing. Walker with the puck. Makes a nice move. Walker's able to get it out of the zone on her own. She has Robinette with her. She dumps it off the wall, back to the corner. 19 seconds left in the period. Kriski drops it back behind the net. 13 seconds left. Kriski with the puck. Can she find anyone? Drops it to Weber. Weber, backhand chance, didn't get much on that. Robinette pushes it to the corner. And I think they're going to get Robinette on a check, which if they're going to put you in for a check, you might as well get your money's worth, and she did not on that one.
That one didn't look as egregious as half the things I've seen so far. All right, we reached the end of the second. We're about to enter a penalty kill. We got 2 minutes on the board. We have a penalty kill as we start the third. Score currently 4-1 in favor of the Spartacats, and shots on goal 29-15 in favor of Spartacats. Hopefully these refs are taking a glance at what just happened here the last couple of minutes, and if they're going to start calling every call, then they better get on it, because there's been a couple of pretty questionable no calls here so far.
Yeah, it's one of those things that can certainly get out of hand if you let it. They've got their opportunity. Either they've got to call it across the board or call the big ones. But right now it's missing the big ones, calling some incidentals. We'll see. I think it'd be advised for the Spartacats to stay out of that kind of play and just maintain puck and get out of here with a win.
Yeah, we've got 2 minutes. We've got to kill off here. But girls have shown they can hold it up. So let's see how they do. The last time they were in a penalty kill situation, they were able to keep the puck on their side the entire time.
I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
All right, and we are back. Nelson's going to take the face-off on the penalty kill. So we have Nelson and Cans and Turvold and Moline as our penalty killers. This will be offsides on Lakeville.
Icing.
Icing? It was a face-off.
Girl passed it behind the red.
No. We'll have to agree to disagree, Brad.
I didn't call it. They did.
I know what they called. I'm just saying it's wrong.
No, I thought it was a creative liberty.
Nelson again with the face-off. She wins it, but back to the corner where there's nobody home. Now she's against the boards, and Lakeville's able to clear it. Moline would have gotten there, but this one's called icing, Brad.
Oh, is that what this one was?
That's what this one is.
Okay.
So we are now going to have another face-off shorthanded in the Lakeville zone. We are actually in period 3, even though the scoreboard says 2. But that's Cottage Grove's deal. They're running the box. All right, Nelson chases to the side. Lakeville able to get it out. Turvold and way off sides here, and they did call that one. Number 50 doesn't like it, but that's how the rule works.
Yeah, if you're 15 feet inside of the blue, that's going to get called every time. Games like this always make my heart pump because it's a little too exciting for me. You think about it, though. When do you think is the worst time to have a heart attack? For me, I think it's during a game of charades. Got a shot towards the net by Cans. She tried to clear that one in. Now the puck isn't deep, though. Pushed out in the neutral zone by Lakeville. Lakeville girl trying to get a shot in. Bounces it wide of the net. We got Moline and Cans. Nelson and Turvold still out there.
So if you notice how the Spartacats are setting up on defense, they've been instructed not to chase unless they know they can get to the puck, which Nelson does there and sends it down for an icing, but they'll get a chance to change. But if you watch their formation when they're on the penalty kill, they've been really diligent about staying home, blocking the passing lanes, and not over-pursuing.
It almost looked like Nelson kind of shot at the referee there on that pass up the boards.
I don't know what he would call on that one.
She had a look in her eye, Craig. I don't know if where she gets that look from, but she had a little extra spice on that one.
Must be from her mom's side of the family. All right, we are dumping it in. That was Weber. Weber's still pressuring the puck on this shorthanded. We have 36 seconds left shorthanded. McCall with the puck, unable to corral it. Weber gets a stick on it. Now Verstraete able to send it up to Weber. Weber off the wall to herself. We've got a breakaway. And that was a pretty good slash. And another hit after the whistle. Lakeville is they're definitely playing chippy.
They're playing feisty. I agree with what you said earlier. Our girls got to stay above that, keep playing hard without playing dirty, and we've got 13 minutes left to seal this one out.
Just a reminder to all those parents with school-age kids out here, and the puck is out of the zone into the bench of Lakeville. Tomorrow's a holiday, so while many of us have to work, the kids don't have school.
Thank you for that reminder, Craig, because now I get to look forward to working while having my kids bother me tomorrow. Mondays. Face-off was won by Lakeville, but good pressure in the corner by
out in the zone.
Weber.
Walker dumps it in behind the net. There's 8 seconds left in the penalty kill. Lakeville trying to get it out of the zone. They do to Verstraete. Verstraete sends it right back up along the wall into the zone. Your Spartacats at full strength.
So I was informed this week that I've been pronouncing Addison's last name incorrectly this entire time.
How have you been saying it?
I've been saying Verstraete because that's how I was told it was pronounced. And then Aylin informed me that I'm an idiot and it's Verstraete.
Well, that's how I've been saying it, Brad.
Sincere apologies to anybody who was affected by my mispronunciation.
All right, we have Nelson in the zone taking the face-off. Liz Adiba to her left side. Turvold to the right. And that is Hubble that takes the puck. She's got Krisky wide to the right, but Hubble carrying it up into the zone. A shot and gloved by the goalie. She had Krisky right there for any rebound.
Yeah, that was a good play. That's one where you wish you could get just a bounce off the pad and give Krisky a shot to line up and fire that one home. Face off.
All right. We're going to have another face-off in the zone. The net came off the moorings. Nelson with the face-off. Krisky to her left side. That Weber to the right?
Yeah, Weber.
Turvold and Bliss
Oh, no,
on
that's
D.
Hubble out there.
Oh. Turvold with the puck, dumps it in. Krisky with the puck in the corner. She gets rubbed out against the wall. Nelson now behind the net, putting pressure on. And able to send it across to Nelson and Bliss on the far wall. Nelson chips it around the defender into the corner. Nelson swings it back around. Now we got Robinette coming in with a full head of steam, able to pick up the puck in the corner. Lakeville chips it out of the zone. Bliss in pursuit. And she tries to get it around the Lakeville defense, or Lakeville forward. Lakeville's able to hold possession here. Goes wide through the crease. Krisky picks it up with a head of steam and slashed, and that's going to get called. So the goalie's going to leave because we have possession, and until Lakeville takes possession of the puck, and now they do, as soon as they touched it, there was going to be a whistle for the penalty. So Cassidy wisely slid off the ice to get another offensive player.
Yep. Cassidy just needed a little sprint to get our blood flowing a little bit as this game got about 11 minutes left in the third period. Spartacats on a power play.
They're finally making the Lakeville player go to the box. She was trying to hide her way on the bench. But it'll be a 2-minute Spartacats power play. Into the corner for Cans. Lakeville able to grab it from there. She's got Moline trying to hold it in. Back up the wall. Spartacats regroup very quickly. Got Weber with the puck with Cans and Robinette. Weber is hooked for sure that they're not going to call. Sent back out to the point. Moline with a shot. That went off goal. A shot by Weber, also saved. Weber with the puck behind the net, up to Robinette. Robinette shot. That's a goal.
Bury that one right in the upper right corner. Some good possession there by the Spartacats.
So that was some great pressure. Way to take advantage of the penalty. 5-1, 10:45 remaining in the game. They have adjusted the scoreboard to show second period. Robinette taking hard into the boards there. No call. They are really getting after it. Robinette with the puck. Sends it wide to Cans. Great pass. Cans off to the races. Holds it up at the blue line as her team switches. Walks it right in, and it is held in the zone. Weber's making all sorts of moves. This one's tipped and just went off the goalie's shoulder pad. Dropped back down to Verstraet, and now picked up by Moline. Moline sends it across to Weber. Lakeville's able to get this pass, and Cans is all over. Lakeville's holding her stick. No call. The parents are getting a little upset with it, but you can't hold someone else's stick. Cans actually let go of her stick there and left the Lakeville player holding it, and the refs right there made no call. Face-off in the zone after the Cassidy save. We've got Nelson at the face-off. She's got Krisky and McCall as her forwards. Krisky with the puck. McCall is broken free. Should have been a trip or a hook there, but McCall, what a pass to McCall from Krisky. Unable to get one on goal there. Nelson in pursuit. This one drops back through. Walker. Lakeville's able to get there before. Oh my goodness, what a save. And after the play, there was a punch by Lakeville thrown at the Spartacats player. So I think our girls are doing the best they can to not react. Lakeville is absolutely going to come unmoored in terms of how they're playing on the ice. Another glove save by Cassidy. All right. They are all sorts of discombobulated here. Lakeville sends it in. Cassidy just grabs it, waits for a reset. All right. Well, just a thanks to Brad Moline for co-commentating for a bit there. He's got to head off to Nolan's game. We have 9 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. Turvold with the puck, bringing it up the side wall. And she is angled into the corner. Now Turvold and Weber against the wall. Izzy Cans able to pick it up right in front of the net. A shot and a follow-up by Weber. That'll make it 6-1. All right, a face-off won by the Spartacats. Moline with the puck hits Weber in stride after Weber's great goal there on the follow-up. Turvold cross-ice to Cans. It is chipped wide to the boards, but Cans has it, brings it into the zone. She's got Weber and Hubble on the offensive zone there. Hubble takes a different line to the puck, almost able to get there. Cans with the puck in the corner. Brings it inside. Was looking to pass, but it was chipped wide by Lakeville. Lakeville trying to send it across, does get it out of the zone, but right to Moline. We're back on sides, now up to Cans. Lakeville sends it back out again. Moline has it again. We have Robinette coming in. Weber brings it in on the left side. Around two players, and right in front, Weber with a shot. Couple of saves by the goalie. Cans with the puck back to Walker. Walker sends it down to Weber. Now bounces wide. Robinette in pursuit, able to get a stick on it. Now we have Turvold and Walker. Lakeville brings it in on sides and dumps it behind the net. Looks like Cans will get to it. Makes a move. Weber tips it around a Lakeville defender. And Cans gets it out of the zone. Lakeville changing. That one went off the open door. So that will, looks like the ref's telling Matt McCall he needs to shut the door after players exit or enter the ice. But that one hit the gap in the door while it was open. All right, we've got Nelson taking the face-off. Robinette left wing. And Krisky right wing. So up from Verstraete to Robinette. Robinette across to Krisky. She's into the zone with possession. Krisky drops to Nelson, can't handle that. Lakeville's rushing it out of the zone. Walker and Verstraete back. Send it up the wall. Krisky able to get a stick on it. And now gets it out of the zone. There's some little after the play. Nelson now on a breakaway. Wide open. Backhand. The goalie's able to corral that one. I don't think she knew where it was. But a great play by Nelson to keep the pressure on. Nelson on the face-off. Wins it to Krisky. Krisky drops to Walker. Walker sends it up the wall, and it's intercepted by Lakeville. 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the game. Lakeville brings it in. Kriski's now got it. Around one player. Off the boards again. Ref jumps the puck. Kriski now loses it. 3 Lakeville's players swarmed. Nelson and Kriski being pretty pesky out there to their Lakeville opponents. Walker with the puck now behind the net. Sends it up. Is grabbed by Lakeville. And now Lakeville sends it back down again. Strat sends it up the ice. Back again behind the net. Kriski trying to get it around a few Lakeville players. No success. Strat off the wall and stays in the zone. Lakeville with a short-sided try. Cassidy's there. Walker now against the boards. Sends it back out. Kriski in pursuit. Nelson's now got it. And able to carry it out of the zone. Lakeville definitely a little bit feisty with their sticks. Spartacats get a full change there. We've got Bliss and Turbold back on defense. Cans now with the puck. Weber and Hubble, on offense, forwards. Lakeville in and whacked away by Turbold. Hubble getting hooked, and nobody's calling anything, but it's backing out of the zone. Bliss with the puck sends it across to Turbold in the corner. Up to Cans. Cans around the Lakeville player. A slap shot from the point. Well wide and whiffed on by Lakeville. Quite a scrum in front, but that leaves Hubble and Cans now with just a couple players to beat, but they are not able to get it out of the zone. Turvold now takes it, takes matters into her own hands as Lakeville's holding her, brings her down on her back, and there's absolutely no call. And now it is sent back in by Lakeville. Turvold able to tie her up and gets it past a save by Cassidy. .356 left in the game. I get the impression that these refs don't want to call anything. Some of the parents are getting pretty upset. They call off icing here. Now a pass to Weber, who runs head on. That should have been interference. Cans with the puck up to Weber, off to the races. She's got Robinette on her left wing. And Weber with a shot, bounces off and behind the goalie. Called no goal, behind the goalie. Not quite sure how that works. All right, 3:16 left in the game. Can't get out of here quick enough. Spartacats win the face-off. Drop back to Moline. Lakeville's able to clear the zone. Robinette now against the wall. Has her stick chopped away from her. No call there. Lakeville trying to get it in. Does get it back to the corner. Moline is there. She's got the big defenseman coming after her. Cans now able to clear off the wall, sends it up, and goes for a change. Lakeville sends it in. Nobody there. Addison has the puck. Backhand pass to McCall. McCall cross ice. Nice play. Kriski able to take it off defender's stick, but now Lakeville brings it in off sides. The current shot total is 38 shots for your Spartacats, 24 for Lakeville. Nelson, McCall, and Kriski at forward. We've got Walker and Bliss back on D. McCall up the wall. And she's elbowed to the ground and no call. kind of come to expect this from this crew. Nelson with the puck behind the net. Looks out front. She's got Kriski with a chip shot. Does go wide. Nelson drops back to Bliss. Bliss sends it down to the corner. McCall right in front. Nelson, shot and goal. That'll be McCall on the assist to Nelson, making it 7-1. This might be the last time they let Jason Hubble run the music at this arena. He stepped in as a favor, and they might rethink it. All right, still Nelson, McCall, and Kriski at the forwards. Bliss and Walker back at D. It's a pretty good setup out there. All right, Nelson chips it free from the Lakeville player, chasing it into the corner. 1:35 remaining in the game. Walker racing up to hold the zone, is able to do so, sends it back into the corner, and this one's on net. Plays it wide with a stick. Lakeville's able to get it out. Walker, though, has a few steps on Lakeville players, so able to regroup. Chips it up and out, and that should be offsides. He was going to blow the whistle, but he didn't. So, after he had his whistle in his mouth, he didn't blow it, and Lakeville gets one. Spartacats taking it into the corner. Lakeville not able to clear the zone. A long shot wide. Kriski picking up the puck in the corner. She turns it in towards the net. She's got Weber with a chance at a one-timer, but was hacked a few times by Lakeville. Sent back to the corner. Lakeville in and unable to hold the puck. Nelson there chips it away, and Hubble sends it back out of the zone. Finally a call. Nope, not a call. Icing called. 13.4 seconds left. 5-point game. 39 shots to 25. Really do appreciate that our girls have stayed clear of the fracas. Shot wide. Kansas in pursuit. Moline on the defense. A whiff by Lakeville. That will do it. That's all she wrote. Final 7-2. Spartacats over Lakeville. 39 shots to 25.